everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Underworlds. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So this is the Tzeentch faction, the Eyes of the Nine, so one of the various different warbands in the game, and just kind of playing them against all the other warbands to see how we do. So we're on to the next, which I think is the Dwarves. Stormsire's Cursebreakers? Maybe not. Maybe these aren't the Dwarves. Are these the other magic faction, human magic faction, maybe? Just from the anvil-looking thing, I thought it would be Dwarves. Alright. So I'm going to go with kind of my standard... which I think, yeah, just the Animus Forge works for me, I think. We'll see how the enemy decides to match them up. So yeah, sometimes, for some reason, it likes to do these weird non-lined up, non-square matches, which is, yeah, whatever. Alright, let's play some objectives. Objectives do matter a little bit for me. Let's go in the back. Throw one there. So I do have a few things that are going to help me out for objectives. Ooh, we can actually tuck some away. Interesting. Yeah, let's throw one like way in the back there. Lethal hexes. Let's do one about there-ish. So if it is the spellcasters, we're just going to be like throwing a bunch of spells back and forth at each other. Be kind of curious. A little funny. Alright, what do we get? We took 2 or more fighters out of action. It's possible, depending on the health of the enemy, how many of them there are. So this one, we successfully cast 4 or more spells. Possibly doable because my attack with my main guy counts as a spell. It depends on how many spells we drew. We did get 3. We'll look at those in a minute. Score the end phase of the same friendly fighter has held the same objective at the end of 2 consecutive phases. So yeah, one of my weak guys will just park on an objective, maybe all the way in the back here. So for an upgrade, we have innate lightning, so it helps for spells. We have a spell here. We can hit someone holding an objective for a point of damage. The caster, so if the spell's cast, the caster has +1 defense, lasts until the end of the action. Oh, it was out of action at the end of the round, whichever happens first, so just for 1 round. We have a decent upgrade here to help me get a little bit of defense, so a little bit of health coming back. The Entropic Curse. Choose an enemy fighter within 4 hexes of the caster. That fighter suffers 1 damage at the beginning of each round. Before the first activation, the spell persists until the fighter's out of action. But, I mean, there's only 3 rounds, so it's not going to count for the first one. So best case scenario, you're only going to do a couple points of damage to somebody with this, and it's over time. Yeah, it's a spell, and we get extra benefits for casting spells. That's why it's in here. You can go ahead. I don't really care. I don't remember too much about these guys. Yeah, I think these are the spellcaster dudes. Spellcaster humans. Mr. Stormsire. So if he casts a spell, he gets inspired. At the moment, so he's got the same kind of thing as me. 3 range, 1 damage. 2 range, 2 damage. And then if you're inspired, it goes to 3-2, just like me, my leader. Alright, so he's pretty similar. 4 health. Alright. Let's go ahead and put my leader on out in the middle. So you've got another high health person with 4 health. You're just a fighter. So all close range attacks and stuff. Alright, Kacharik. I said Kacharik. We'll deploy you over there. So one of these 2 we want to deploy in the back and just park on an objective. There are, a few objectives back here, so it doesn't really matter too much. That's going to be your job, and I've got some upgrades that might help with that as well. Do you only have 3 people? I guess so. Alright, and then you're so weak, let's keep you in the back as well. Alright, enemy's going to get to choose who goes first. They decide to charge me and go for Kacharik. Got a crit right off the bat. So that is going to land probably 2 damage. Not very nice. And he's casting a spell to hit him. Kacharik is dead, just like that. Not very nice. Isn't there a range on that? I thought, like mine, I think there's a range on it. Harness the Storm. I don't think I even have this as an option for my cards. I don't think. Friendly fighter successfully cast a spell. Yeah, I don't have that, I don't think. So the sphere, yeah, same thing I've got. Sorceress Scouring. Take enemy fighter action out with a spell. Yep, unfortunate. Alright, so we could go Shield of Fate. Then 4 hexes of the caster. I mean, we might as well. We want to cast spells. So I do actually get it. There's only one potential target, which is this guy up close, who's already acted this round. Going for an Arcane Shield, and I think that failed. So Arcane Shield. Reduce all damage suffered by the caster by 1. He needed... It looks like he needed the swirl and a crit, which is odd. And he rolled the swirl, so I don't think that actually worked. Let's check. I mean, you might actually have it. Yeah, I don't see anything indicating he's got that active, so I don't think that worked. That's one of the things spells sometimes are kind of weird about that. They go by so quick, too. The other person here potentially is going to charge in as well. What's your movement? 3? Yeah, you can't reach me. So I don't need the defense now. So I'm going to hold off on the Shield of Fate. Because it's only for the round. I don't think we're going to get hit by anything else, although spells potentially could come zapping me. Alright, unfortunately. In order to get inspired, I need to be at range 3. But if I move, I can't really do much else. So, first things first, we're just going to summon a blue horror, because that will distract a little bit. And they're a little hard to kill, because you've got to kill them twice, basically. So we'll see if that draws anybody else in. That doesn't count as a spell. So put an upgrade on the guy up front. I think doing some extra damage at some point. This 4 health, it's really hard for this warband to deal with people that healthy. At least until I get inspired and my spells can do more damage. Just trying to go for another spell, which I haven't seen before. Cry of Thunder. So some of the stuff I think is unique to the different factions. So like that I think is just unique to his faction, whereas I don't have that. This one we're not going to get. There's just too few of them, and they're so strong. 4 more spells is possible. We need to park someone on an objective for this. I'm going to hold off on my defensive spell. It's going to go for the blue horror. Did get a hit. I got a crit to block, though, so my blue horror is fine. Not out of action at the end. It gets another victory point. Not great. So just making me want to kill him really bad, basically. So sometime in this, I need to put you on an objective in the back. It's my second action. Let's wait to do that. So I could go ahead and try for a spell on him, which would get me inspired. So I'm going to try that, even though it's only 1 damage. Did get a hit. So that'll inspire my leader, and I'm going to push you not on the objective. Thank you. So from now on I do a bit more damage, and I've got rerolls on a few things, I think. Don't need the defense, so we're just going to pass the turn. Leader is moving in. think he's going for the blue horror. Nukes him out of existence, but doesn't count as a real death until you kill him as the brimstone horror. So you kind of have to kill him twice. So they're a nice way to sort of suck some attacks. Alright, my third action. So my last one, I think I'm just going to run you back to the objective. So here, I only do 2 damage. We can try to just wail on this guy, and maybe I can push him into the lava. I don't know if this pushes. This does, if I can land the hit. And I need to cast spells anyway, so yeah, just try to zap him. Okay, do get a hit, but he got a block, so I might still be able to push him. Yeah, push you into the lava. Enjoy that. Next turn, I'm definitely going to want that Shield of Fate up. He's been casting more spells than I have here. I've kind of spread the damage around, unfortunately. For my last action, though, I need to have you just run to the back and grab and park on that objective. For long-term victory point gain, that's what we need to do. So yes, I very much want to go first in the next round. Alright, is there a chance we can kill 2? Not very likely, so I think we get rid of that. 4 more spells is possible because his attacks, the magic attacks, count as spells. This one we'll get by just having him stay there, so that's fine. Can't do any upgrades, so over here, innate lightning's good. Spell, defensive spell, upgrade, yeah, we'll hold on to those. Okay, so we took that damage from that spell I have on him, so he's down to 2. So he's got the chance to go first if he wants to. He is going to. He's trying to do a spell or something? Not sure what he's doing. Nothing popped up. Put an upgrade on someone. I'm not sure what he did. He just rolled. First fighter uses Empower. You can reroll 1 attack dice each time this fighter makes an attack action until the end of the phase. Okay. Fine. I'm going to go ahead and try to get my Shield of Fate up. Got a crit. So I'll have +1 defense for this round. And also counts as one of my spells. So, I'm inspired. My attack counts as a spell. If I can do 2 damage, we can kill Amos here. So I'm just going to stay put and try to zap him while he's on the lava. Got a crit, so you should be toast. Gets us our Master of Magic as well, and we kill him. That's another one. Nice. Down in the lava. So for upgrades, I think we want... Let's take the innate lightning on my leader. Some of the spells require that. And just in case, let's get regeneration as well on my leader. In case I take a hit, we can get a little bit of health back over time. Going for the horrors there, and they're toast. Crushing Force. So we got an extra victory point there, I'm not sure why. It was the Crushing Force card. Friendly fighter makes a successful attack that deals at least twice as much damage as needed. Well, they only had 1 health, so that's understandable. I probably wouldn't even play with that because I just don't do enough damage. We could get a kill on you, because I do enough damage, but I'd have to move to attack. So that is a bit iffy. So as a spell, we have an attack that misses. We can counterattack and do some damage. and then we can hit somebody on an objective. So over here, 4 or more damage with spells, 4 or more spells, and then this one we're getting just by leaving this person down over here on the objective. It's only my second action. I can zap their leader, so maybe I should just try to zap the leader here first, just to do some damage without moving, and because this does count as a spell. Or I can bring back another horror. I think I'm going to try to go for the bolt. It's highlighting him, but that means I have to move. Let's just zap their leader, see if we can get lucky. Double crit, look at that. That is awesome. Did do a damage to me, probably because I got crits. If I put him on the objective, I can use my other ability, my other spell, to hit someone that's on an objective. It's only 1 damage. Let's see if I get it. I did not. That's unfortunate. He just healed himself. Or healed the other guy. Yeah, healed the other guy. Alright. Charging in. So he's got cleave. Almost killed me there. So even with my extra defense there, just wasn't enough to save me from getting nailed. Yeah, you're a problem, but you've moved and attacked, which means you can't do anything else. So I'm going to try to go for just zapping and killing his leader. And I've got the movement to kind of get around and do whatever I want. So if I just get away from you, just try to kill the leader. I need to stay away from any tiles that are going to do damage to me as well. I can go up here, and then I will zap you. Hope for the best. Got a hit, but he got a block. So I can push him off the objective, which might matter. But I'm pretty hurt. I will get 1 point back at the next round start. Okay, he went for attack on me, but I got a quick block, so I am fine. And we can actually try to use the Sorcerer's Riposte. If we can actually get this off, we kill him. I need double lightning. Come on, I've rolled double lightning before. Double crit. I think that'll kill me, actually. I take a point of damage. The spell should still work. Come on, I rolled crits. He should still die too. Oh, that sucks. That really blows. That pretty much, like, if I'd killed him at the same time too, that would have been okay. I could have lived with that. But me dying before I got a chance to cast it, that just sucks. Well, crap. I'm pretty much doomed now. There's nothing I can really do. I can try to move out and do, like, some damage to him. Like, from here, I can try to get hit on him. But I'm next to a lethal hex, which is a bit dangerous. If I can hit him, I'll actually get inspired. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I got a hit, but he blocked it, so it's fine. And no more spells for me. Yeah, I really wish that that had worked. No adjacent fighters. 3 or more fighters. 2 or more spells. Yeah. Super disappointing. Did get the Harnessing Knowledge. Got the Rising Inferno. So we got a little bit, but yeah, I'm so far behind, there's just nothing we can do. And at this point, I can't cast spells either. So no one else has any spells, so that can go away. Heartbreak. If I'd just been able... I've never been able to actually get the Sorcerer's Riposte off. And I thought that would actually, like, oh, it's going to work. And you roll crits in this game, and usually it's good, but as a spellcaster, rolling crits is bad, apparently. Alright, well, you're toast. You got a crit, I got a block, but the crit overrides it, so you're just dead. Extra health, so what do we have? Cast a spell, well, we don't have any spells. With crits, anyway. Second or subsequent time you use summon a blue horror while he's gone. Played no ploy cards. Okay, we can get that. But we're already doomed. So over here, I can't use the spells. We've got the vampiric weapon. -2 move, +2 wounds. I put this in mainly to put on Kacharik. It'd make him slower, but make him a lot healthier. I've got a whole bunch of spells now. It's just really unfortunate. Yeah, I can go ahead and play that on you. Sure. Now you're slow and have extra health. Might keep you alive till the end of the game, but I need to stay on the objective. Actually, no, I don't. I already got the victory points for that. I have some upgrades I can give my guys that will give them extra victory points if they're on an objective at the end of the game. And I did that last time, but not this time. So this isn't going to work. That's not going to work. Played no ploys. We can get that. So I just need to start moving and trying to kill stuff. So yeah. Vampiric weapon? Sure. Have that too. Why not? And for my activation, there really isn't much I can do. If I move an attack, I'm kind of screwed and can't do anything else. The only person I don't do enough damage, though, is the problem. Up close, I can do 2. But there's no way he's going to come close enough with this guy that I could charge him and try to go for a hit. Like, that's not going to happen. So we could try to discard a card to draw something else. But maybe it will get me some victory points, but there's no way we're winning this. We'll discard the blue horror one. So we got take enemy fighter out of action with a spell. I'm not even looking to see what he's doing. I'm trying to just see what I got. He's just throwing upgrades out there all over the place. Moved a little bit. I can move, and then I could, the next round, just go for attacks from that position. But if you move an attack at the same time, you can't do anything else. And even if I do, I only do 1 point of damage, so it's kind of pointless. So I might as well just keep churning through to see if there's anything that I can get that'll get me any victory points. Let's get rid of that. And I drew... Surviving friendly fighter has 3 or more upgrades. I don't have any upgrades on him. It moved up, but I can't reach him. I could move up and get an attack on him that would only do 1 damage, because at 3 range I only do 1 point. But that's not enough to get a kill. I can't cast any of the spells, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess we'll just keep drawing. Let's get rid of the take somebody out with a spell. See what I can draw. Take an enemy out at 3 range. Yeah, it's not going to happen either because I can't kill anybody. But I'm far enough away they can't really do much to me anyway. So my upgrades, yeah, we've got the vampiric weapon and stuff. It's really unfortunate. Could ditch one more, but most of these require some kind of action to do. do have 2 upgrades, but there's no way I can get any more victory points to get a 3rd. Even if I had any, which I don't. I just have spells. It's my last action. I might as well try to do something. So, just out of pure spite. Let's move. And... even though range is 3, I can only target him? Really? I can't target him? Is he blocking line of sight or something? I guess so. Yeah, we miss anyway. It's fine. I felt like this one was going relatively well until it just wasn't at a certain point. He's got even more. No enemies in his territory. I do get the 1 for no ploys, so we end up with 5, which is pretty crummy. But it's better than nothing. But yeah, 15 is really good. And I feel like some of that, like just successfully casting a spell, getting a victory point. I don't have any of those as options for what I can put in my deck for victory points. So those must be unique to these guys. So it's kind of odd that this warband doesn't have access to those as well. So ours are more like kill somebody at range 3 with a spell, kill somebody with a spell. This is just like cast a spell, get a victory point. Mine are way harder. Come on, it's not fair. All right, that's going to be it for today. So that was more Warhammer Underworlds playing as the Tzeentch faction, who, the more I play, the more I feel that they're quite weak. Looks like next up is actually going to be Tzeentch versus Tzeentch, so we'll see how that goes. I'm curious if mine is better than the default one. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully I'll see you all again next time. Until then, have a good one.